And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Pioneer Arena on the campus of Tusculum University in Greenville, Tennessee for NCAA Division II men's volleyball action tonight as the Tusculum Pioneers host the Fort Valley State Wildcats. I'm Jim Miller. Glad you could join us for all the action tonight on the Pioneer Sports Network. Our producer this evening is Aaron Fudge. For Tusculum and for Fort Valley State, both teams coming in looking for a victory. Both teams with one win this year. Tusculum picking up its win over Alderson Broadus 2 weeks ago by a score of 3-1. Fort Valley State in its first season as a program, they picked up their first win back on January the 21st when they beat Benedict by a score of 3-0. Tusculum coming in with a 3-match losing streak. They are 1-4 at home this season. Fort Valley State has lost 4 in a row, and they are 0-4 on the road. Something we'll have to give this evening as we pause before tonight's match for our national anthem. Our national anthem prior to the start of men's volleyball action tonight between Tusculum and Fort Valley State. Your starting lineups for tonight's match. For Fort Valley State, they will start Jordan Brown, a 6'8 freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. He'll start in the middle. Outside hitter, 6'4 freshman out of Hollywood, Florida, is O'Shane Farquharson. Middle, also a 6'5 junior from Buffalo, New York. It's Seferino Dower. Rashawn Wright in the middle, a 6'4 freshman from Trinidad and Tobago. The opposite hitter is a 6'3 freshman from Beach Park, Illinois. That is Jackson Hicks. And the setter is a 6'2 freshman from Carlsbad, California, Justin Yates. The libero is Jay Henderson, a 5'10 freshman out of Longwood, Florida. That's lineup for Fort Valley State, coached by Larry Rather. For Tusculum this evening, in the middle, they will start Shafar Grant, a 6'4 junior out of Kingston, Jamaica. Outside hitters are Dane Loop, a 6-foot sophomore out of Mandeville, Louisiana. Declan Wingo, a 6'4 freshman out of Chester, Virginia. And Colby Landry, a 6-foot sophomore out of Belrose, Louisiana. The right side hitter for the Pioneers is Jake White, a 6'4 junior from Greenbrier, Tennessee. And the setter, Sean Kampshoff, a 6'4 senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The libero is Taylor West, a 6-foot sophomore out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's how they will line up for head coach Brian Buckius, his first season here at Tusculum. Pioneers wearing their home black uniforms this evening with white numerals and orange trim. Fort Valley State wearing their road blue uniforms with gold numerals. Starters being introduced right now. Our chair referee this evening is Daniel Jersey. The table ref is Josh Roberts. Working lines this evening from the women's volleyball team at Tusculum are Carly Sosnowski and Carly Pigza. And we're delighted that you could join us here on the Pioneer Sports Network this evening. This match originally was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, and then they decided to, well, let's move it up to 6 o'clock. Well, Fort Valley State hit some traffic on the way, and we're going to split the difference a little bit. We're going to start just before 6:45 this evening. Tusculum at 1-7 this year. Fort Valley State is 1-5. The top hitter for Fort Valley State is Farquharson, who has 40 kills this season, averaging just over 2 kills per set. Tusculum's top kill man is Jake White, who's averaging almost 3 kills a set for the Pioneers. And we're just about ready to go here as the lineups have been confirmed. And Fort Valley State will have the first service this evening. It'll be Justin Yates to do the honors. Yates has not had a service ace yet this season. Fort Valley State 11 aces in 6 matches as a team. Tusculum with 40 aces in their 8 matches. Ball's in the air. We are underway this evening, and the first serve goes deep. It's a point for Tusculum. So the Pioneers off to a 1-0 start. It'll be Sean Kampshoff to serve for the Pioneers. Kampshoff leads Tusculum with 17 aces this season. And his first service skims the net. And a double hit by Yates. It'll be a point for Tusculum. So the Pioneers off to a quick 2-0 start here in our first set. As Kampshoff goes back for the service. For the Pioneers, Tusculum off to a 5-0 lead here in this first set. Kampshoff has served 4 straight points. The serve is in, set up for the attempt. It's going to be played over on a free ball by Wright. Grant, dug out by the defense by Farquharson. Tip attempt there by Hicks is met by the Pioneers. And the kill for Jake White. White gets his second kill of the match, and it's 6-0 Tusculum. So Tusculum off to a quick 6-0 lead here. This service by Kampshoff is wide down the line, and a point for Fort Valley State, their first of the match. Serving it up for the Wildcats will be Jackson Hicks, the freshman out of Beach Park, Illinois. First-year program, almost everybody a freshman. Dower, the middle blocker, number 12, the only non-freshman in the lineup tonight. That serve is deep. It's another point for the Pioneers. So both of the serve attempts by the Wildcats have gone deep. And Dane Loop will serve for Tusculum. Loop with 6 aces this season. Tusculum off to a 7-1 lead. Loop's serve is played by Henderson. On the attack, it's Farquharson, kept alive. Farquharson again, and this time he puts it down. O'Shane Farquharson gets the point for Fort Valley State. Averaging just over 2 kills a set, second on the team to Hicks, who averages over 2.5 kills a set. Rashawn Wright will serve for the Wildcats, the 6'4" freshman out of Trinidad and Tobago. Set up for Grant. His tip attempt is right on the line. It's a point for the Pioneers. Shafar Grant delivers his first kill of the match, and Tusculum leads at 8-2. And it'll be Shafar Grant to serve. Grant leads the team in blocks with 20. Cross court, this attack there by Brown is too far. It's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum now leads at 9-2, and a timeout taken by the Wildcats. Tusculum leads at 9-2 here in set number 1. We'll have more volleyball action after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. Welcome back into Pioneer Arena, where Tusculum leads at 9-2 here in the first set. Pioneers hitting 800 so far, 4 kills in 5 attacks. 2 kills for Jake White, 1 each for Dane Loop and Shafar Grant. It'll be Grant to serve for the Pioneers, leading 9-2. Grant getting final instructions from the bench. Before he delivers his service, as we have a question about the rotation here, I believe, for the Wildcats, as the down official is over talking to coach. And Josh Roberts, our table official, having a discussion here with the Fort Valley State staff. Larry Rather, the head coach, Ed Rather, and Joe Kelly are his assistants, as that discussion is continuing. I guess we're going to have a substitution as Dower leaves and Wright comes back on. So I think we're ready to go here. The discussion continues. And I believe the discussion is complete, and we're ready to go. So Shafar Grant has had plenty of time to think about this serve. And he'll put it into play. It's played by Farquharson. He'll get it back on the set and put it right down the middle for the kill, as he put it right between the block attempt of Wingo and White. So O'Shane Farquharson gets the kill for the Wildcats, who cut it to 9-3. Jordan Brown to serve. Brown, the freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Loop for Kampshoff. It's over the net and tipped down by Farquharson for his third kill. And it's 9-4. Brown ready to serve. He'll put it in play. West with the dig for Kampshoff. Cross court, Landry off the net, played by Brown. Joust at the net. The ball's played over. Henderson sets it up. Down the line, Farquharson, it is in. Another kill for O'Shane Farquharson. He's got 4 kills. And it's 9-5. The freshman out of Hollywood, Florida. This serve is in, played by Loop, Kampshoff. White, cross court, puts it down. Jake White with another kill for the Pioneers, his third. And Tusculum leads it 10-5. And it'll be White to serve, as Tusculum is rotating its liberos. Miller in now, as West will head back to the bench. White's service is off the net. It's in play. And a kill for Rashawn Wright. Wright putting down his first kill of the evening, and it's 10-6. Farquharson will serve for the Wildcats at 6-10. That serve is deep, and it's a point for Tusculum. Another service error for the Wildcats, their third of this match. And Tusculum leads 11-6, and Colby Landry will serve. Landry, the 6-foot sophomore out of Belrose, Louisiana. Third on the team in kills this season. It's off the scoreboard. That is in play. The attack attempt for the kill for Jackson Hicks. Fort Valley State doing some solid hitting here in the early going. Their hitting percentage is climbing through the 300s. They only hit .083 as a team this season. After a slow start, they're getting their hitting together. And Rashawn Wright serves it at 7-11. Loop. Kampshoff sets it up for White. This will be Hicks, and the block attempt goes wide. Another point for Fort Valley State, and they cut it to 11-8. So Fort Valley State on a run here. They've made it an 11-8 Tusculum lead. That serve grazes the net. Loop alert to get it. Played down the middle on that attempt by Wingo. And a block at the net. It's a point for the Pioneers. as Kamshoff was there. And the Pioneers get the point. They lead at 12-8. Declan Wingo, the 6'4 freshman out of Chester, Virginia, will serve for the Pioneers. Off the toss. This attack attempt there by Dower is kept alive by the Pioneers, but they can't do anything with it. And it's a point for Fort Valley State as Seferino Dower gets the kill. And it's 11-9. Or check that, it's 12-9. Landry, Kamshoff to Grant down the middle for the kill. Shafar Grant gets the kill. And is now 13-9. Sean Kamshoff to serve for the Pioneers. Kamshoff served to start the match, and Tusculum got off to a 6-0 lead. The back set for Hicks, and it's deep, and it's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum leads at 14-9. Tusculum yet to have a hitting error in this set. Tipped over that time by Dower. Landry from the back row off the block, and the point for the Pioneers, Colby Landry. His first kill of the evening, and Tusculum leads at 15-9. Kamshoff will serve. This time it'll set up for Hicks. And it's too deep. It's a point for Tusculum. So Fort Valley State, just as I say that their hitting had gotten together a little bit, now they're having some trouble. At 16-9 Tusculum. Kamshoff, his serve. It's a free ball that'll be played over. Miller, Kamshoff, White blocked right back at him by Jordan Brown, who'll get the block. Brown shares the team lead in blocks with 7, his first solo block of the season, and it's 16-10. Jackson Hicks will serve for the Wildcats. West for Kamshoff. Grant off a finger and out of play. It's a point for the Pioneers as Shafar Grant gets the kill. And Tusculum leads at 17-10. On a kill by Shafar Grant. Loop's service, played by Farquharson. Brown, dug out by Kamshoff. Set up for White, he'll tip it over. Farquharson off a hand. Landry gets it out of the net. Grant plays it across. In the middle, it's Dower, and he puts it down. But the Pioneers get the point, and they lead at 18-10. Tusculum. As Dane Loop on the serve. Floats it across for Farquharson. Brown still alive. It's a point for the Pioneers as Grant got up there. And Tusculum now leads at 20-10. Or check that, 19-10. 19-10 Tusculum. As Loop serves again. At the net, Grant, did he get over the net? That was a bad set there, a bad attack by Yates, and it's a point for the Pioneers. And now Tusculum leads at 20-10. Fort Valley now hitting 091 in this set. And Fort Valley takes its second timeout of the first set. Tusculum leads at 20-10. More volleyball action after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back to action here at Pioneer Arena with Tusculum leading 20-10 over Fort Valley State here in our first set this evening. Dane Loop will serve for the Pioneers, who are hitting .471 as a team. 9 kills and 17 attacks. Farquharson has trouble with that serve. It's trouble, and it's an ace for the Pioneers. Dane Loop. Loop gets the first ace of the match, and Tusculum leads at 21-10. Loop with the toss and the serve. And that's going to be another ace for Loop as he gets back-to-back aces. Loop had 6 aces in 28 sets coming into tonight's play, but he's got back-to-back, and Tusculum leads at 22-10. Loop's serve it in the net. That'll be a point for Fort Valley. Second service error of the match for the Pioneers. And it's 22-11. On the serve is Seferino Dower, the junior out of Buffalo, New York, by way of Damon College. Landry over the net and hit wide and deep by Rashawn White, a point for the Pioneers. Not the ideal reception by Landry, but it worked out as Wright hit it wide and deep, and the Pioneers lead at 23-11. Shafar Grant to serve for the Pioneers. This will be Wright, and he'll put down the kill for the Wildcats. Rashawn White's second kill of the evening, and it's 23-12. A substitution for Fort Valley. Checking in for the first time is Chad Materer. Materer, a freshman out of West Palm Beach, Florida, and he serves it wide, a point for Tusculum. And it's set point. Jake White will serve set point for the Pioneers, hopefully for them, at 24-12. White with 3 kills so far this evening. On the attack is Farquharson. Kampshoff sets up White from the back row, and it's blocked. And it's a point for Fort Valley State as Farquharson got up there and got the block. It's 24-13. This serve is in. Kampshoff. Wingo will put it away, and the Pioneers take the first set. 25-13, Tusculum wins the first set as Wingo puts down the point, and the Pioneers take a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with set number 2 after this. Your score is Tusculum 1, Fort Valley State nothing. You're watching Tusculum Men's Volleyball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back here at Pioneer Arena, where Tusculum wins the first set 25-13. Tusculum hit 421 in that first set, 10 kills, 2 errors, and 19 attacks. Fort Valley State, 9 kills, 7 errors, 25 attacks for an .080 hitting percentage. Shafar Grant, 4 kills, 6 attacks for the Pioneers. Jake White, 3 kills. Dane Loop, Declan Wingo, and Colby Landry, 1 each for the Pioneers. For Fort Valley State, it was O'Shane Farquharson with 4 kills to lead the way. Rashawn Wright and Jackson Hicks with 2 kills apiece for the Wildcats. So set number 2 about to begin. Tusculum leading 1-0. This is the last of 5 straight home matches for the Pioneers. They'll be on the road Tuesday night at Emmanuel for a 6 o'clock start, and then a tri-match at Randolph-Macon next Saturday against Southern Virginia and Randolph-Macon. Next home match will be Tuesday, March the 1st against Lincoln Memorial. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. Pioneers have 4 home matches remaining after this. Also, of course, the trip to the sunny Southwest for matches with Grand Canyon and Benedictine Mesa coming up 1 month from today. Tusculum to serve to start set number 2. It'll be Sean Kamshoff to do the honors. We're underway in set number 2. Cross-court set, and the kill for Jackson Hicks. So for the first time this evening, Fort Valley State has the lead. As Justin Yates, the setter, will serve. Yates with 7 assists in the match. His serve is deep, and it's a point for the Pioneers. Now we're tied at 1 here in set number 2. Dane Loop will serve. Loop had back-to-back aces during that first set. The only 2 aces of the set. As he floats that one too far, it's a point for Fort Valley State. Third service error for the Pioneers this evening. And it's 2-1 Wildcats. Jackson Hicks will serve. Loop with the dig, Kamshoff with the set, and White with the attack. It's a free ball. Henderson with it on the dive. And Farquharson can't get there. It's a point for the Pioneers. As the set here into the net, and it's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum is now even up at 2 as Shafar Grant serves. The setup for the attack and the kill for Dower. 3-2 Fort Valley. And it will be Seferino Dower to serve. Dower ready to put it in play. West, Landry, Loop, and he gets the kill as the block attempt fails. As Loop came from the back row and off the block, unable to get there was Hicks. That's a point for the Pioneers. We're locked up at 3. Loop's second kill of the match. And Jake White will serve. White puts this one in play. Set up by Yates. Farquharson too far. It's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum leads at 4-3. 4-3 Tusculum as White will return to serve. White with the toss and the service. It's too deep. It's a point for Fort Valley State. And we're locked up at 4. Jordan Brown to serve it for the Wildcats. His serve is in. Loop. Kamshoff tried to go with it. White plays it cross court to Landry, gets the kill. Colby Landry, it wasn't pretty, but it's a kill for the Pioneers as White kind of set it up and then just tipped over the net by Landry. For White, just his second assist of the season, but that's not his role. That'll be Landry to serve at 5-4. Some moisture on the court is cleaned up. And Landry to serve. Set up by Yates, and that's going to be a double hit. It's going to be a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum leads it 6-4. 6-4 Pioneers. Landry. Yates setting it up for Brown. And that one's too far. It's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum leading 7-4. The serve is in play. Hicks, Henderson. It's going to be a free ball played over by Yates. Miller, Kamshoff, cross court, attacked by Lute, kept alive by Henderson. Yates with the setup, this time for Farquharson, and the Pioneers are able to block it and get the point. As Farquharson went up, and Kamshoff was there along with Wingo to block it for the Pioneers, who lead it 8-4. And a timeout asked for and granted to Fort Valley State. Tusculum leading 8-4 here in set number 2. Back after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back here at Pioneer Arena with Tusculum leading 8-4 here in set number 2. They won the first set 25-13. Fort Valley State now hitting 0, 11 kills, 11 errors, and 31 attacks. Tusculum, meanwhile, hitting .417, led by Shafar Grant, who's 4 for 6 without an error. Dane Loop 2 for 3, Colby Landry 2 for 4. Tusculum with just 2 hitting errors in the match, and both of them were blocks. The Pioneers have not hit one wide yet. Landry's serve will be set up for a cross-court attempt there. In play, White, and there we go. Set that up perfectly. And address all your letters, Tusculum University, Greenville, Tennessee. 8-5. And serving will be Farquharson. His serve is, it looked like it was going to go wide. Landry played it anyway. Loop, dug by Henderson. Set up by Yates. The attack by Hicks. And he'll get the kill as Landry can't make the play. And Fort Valley gets a kill. It's now 8-6. And Farquharson again to serve. Study in the toss. West for Kamshoff. Wingo down the middle for the kill for the Pioneers. Declan Wingo, his second kill of the evening, and Pioneers lead 9-6. And Wingo will serve. Serve is played by Hicks. Back to him from Yates. Blocked at the net by Kamshoff and Grant for the point for the Pioneers. As they went up together and knocked it down for the block, and the Pioneers lead 10-6. Fourth block of the evening for the Pioneers. Wingo's service is into the net. It's point for the Wildcats. Kamshoff now with 3 blocks, Grant with 2. Rashawn Wright will serve it at 7-10. Loop for Kamshoff. White off a block and gets the kill for Jake White. His 4th kill of the evening. And Tusculum now leads at 11-7. And back around to Sean Kamshoff. Kamshoff with 9 assists so far in this match and 2 digs to go along with the 3 blocks. His serve is in. Yates sets it up for the kill by Dower. For Dower, his 3rd kill of the evening. It's 11-8. Justin Yates on the service, a freshman out of Carlsbad, California. Loop for Kamshoff. Over Grant, a bad set, and it's a point for Fort Valley. It's 11-9. Kamshoff, who had not been a setter prior to this season, has done a good job as a setter for the Pioneers. That one was over Grant's reach. This serve by Yates is too deep. Point for Fort Valley goes to the Pioneers off the bad service. 6 service errors now for the Wildcats. Dane Loop will serve. Tusculum leading 12-9. Right down the middle, but just a little bit too far. And it's a point for Fort Valley. It's 12-10. 6 service errors now for Tusculum as well. Jackson Hicks serving. West for Kamshoff. Grant puts it away. Shafar Grant gets the kill for the Pioneers. His 5th of the evening. Perfectly set up for him and put it right down the line. Grant serving at 13-10. Set up for the attack by Dower into the net. It's a point for the Pioneers. It's 14-10. 14-10 Tusculum here in set number 2. Grant serve over the net. Yates cross to Farquharson. Dug up by Loop. Set up by White, but that's a double hit. And it didn't matter. It was deep anyway. Yeah, but Fort Valley's only going to get 1 point for that. And that'll be on the setting error. And it's 14-11. Seferino Dower to serve. Dower with the toss and the service. West, Kamshoff. Put away with authority by Declan Wingo. Wingo putting that one down. Perfectly set up by Kamshoff. And unable to do anything with that on the dig was Fort Valley. 15-11. Jake White to serve. Puts that one in play, and it'll be an ace. As unable to play it was Jackson Hicks. Another ace for the Pioneers. Tusculum leading at 16-11. White with the toss and the serve. That one is played by Henderson. Yates with the setup for Farquharson. Dug by Miller. Kamshoff for Landry. Puts it away. Colby Landry with the kill. His 3rd of the evening. Off a great setup by Kamshoff. And through the dig attempt of Yates, and it's 17-11 Tusculum. White to serve. And he puts that one in play. Yates sets it up. The attack there for the kill by Jordan Brown. But it's a point for the Pioneers. And Brown will sit down as Jamil Scott, a 6'1" freshman out of Green Acres, Florida, checks in. 18-11 Tusculum. After the attack error by Brown. White's service. Yates with the set. Farquharson blocked by the Pioneers as Wingo was there. Kamshoff got there as well too. And Tusculum adds another point to the total. Great block there by the Pioneers, their 5th block of the match. Another timeout for Fort Valley State, their 2nd of this set. Tusculum leading 19-11. More volleyball action coming up on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back here at Pioneer Arena, Tusculum leading 19-11 here in set number 2. Pioneers hitting .500 in this set, 7 kills, an error, 12 attacks. Fort Valley State hitting -267 in the set and -050 for the match. On the serve for the Pioneers is Jake White. Tusculum is on a 5-0 run. Yates with the setup, cross court to Farquharson. He tips it over. Miller with the pancake. Landry into the corner. Is it in? It is. It's a point for the Pioneers. Colby Landry finding the corner. First of all, the nice pancake dig there, I believe, by Miller. Then Landry right into the corner as Carly Sosnowski finds cover. And it's 20-11 Tusculum. White to serve. 6 straight for the Pioneers. Henderson plays it. It's going to be a free ball. And able to get it over is Wright. Kampshoff. Landry. Dug up by the Wildcats. Still alive. Kampshoff puts it down for the kill. Sean Kampshoff with his first kill of the evening, and Tusculum leads 21-11. 7 straight for the Pioneers. And White has served 6 straight. This one's in play. Yates. Farquharson. Or check that, that's Scott. And he'll get the kill off of the blocking error. Not a blocking error, but the errant block. So Scott breaks the run and then he'll serve at 12-21 here in the second set. Loop. Kampshoff sets it up. The tip attempt by Wingo is down for the kill for the Pioneers. Wingo gets the kill, his 4th of the evening, and it's 22-12 Tusculum. Colby Landry serving now for the Pioneers, who are hitting .471 this evening. Landry with the toss and serve. At the net, and it's going to be a blocking error against Fort Valley State. It'll be a point for the Pioneers. So that battle at the net, in the net was the Wildcats. I believe it was Yates. That's going to be a point for the Pioneers either way. It's 23-12. Service by Landry. Yates sets it up to Farquharson. And this time the Pioneers are in the net. I believe it was Wingo that time. And it's a point for Fort Valley State, 23-13. Farquharson to serve. And that one's off the side of his hand, out of bounds. Point Tusculum, it's set point, 24-13. Tusculum won the first set 25-13. They're trying to do the same here as Wingo will serve it. And Wingo ready to go. Wide, it'll be a point for Fort Valley. 24-14 here in set number 2. Rashawn Wright serving. Landry at the net. It's free. Is that 4? Nope, doesn't matter. Grant puts it away, and the Pioneers take the second set. 25-14 as that free ball got played over the net, and Grant put it away to finish off the second set. So Tusculum has won 25-13 and 25-14. They lead the match 2-0. Back with our set number 3 coming up after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. Ready for set number 3 here at Pioneer Arena. Tusculum leading 2-0 over Fort Valley State, 25-13 and 25-14. Tusculum hit 556 in the second set, 11 kills and 1 error in 18 attacks. Fort Valley State 6 kills, 9 errors, 20 attacks in set number 2. For the match, Tusculum is hitting .486. Fort Valley State hitting -022, 15 kills and 16 errors. Shafar Grant, 6 kills without an error in 8 attacks. Declan Wingo, Jake White, Colby Landry with 4 kills apiece for the Pioneers. Sean Kamshoff with 15 assists and 4 blocks. For Fort Valley State, it's O'Shane Farquharson with 5 kills and 3 digs. Jackson Hicks, 4 kills. Safarino Dower with 3. The Pioneers looking for the sweep. They have not had a sweep victory this season. Their win over Alderson Broadus was 3-1. Fort Valley State has not seen a 4th set yet this season. All 6 of their matches have been 3-setters. The Pioneers will try and put this one away in 3. The last 2 losses to Limestone and Queens were both 3-setters. And it'll be Fort Valley State to serve to start this. And a serve here to start the 3rd set by Yates. Kamshoff for White. Blocked at the net, and it's a point for Fort Valley State as Hicks gets the block. So, as they did in the 2nd set, Fort Valley State takes the first point of the 3rd set. Landry for Kamshoff across to Loop, cross court dug by Henderson. Over the net, played back over, that's legal. Played to the net, Kamshoff, and it's a blocking error. It's a point for the Pioneers. Into the net, and it's a point for Tusculum. And we're tied at 1. Kamshoff to serve. This one's in play for Henderson. Yates sets it up. Scott will play it over. Kamshoff, Grant, still alive. Yates, a tip attempt. This time it's a free ball. Played over, grazing the net on that shot, or that hit attempt was Scott. It's played over off the angle by Loop. Cross court wide on the attack there is Hicks, and it's a point for the Pioneers. He didn't miss it by much, but it's a point for Tusculum. They lead it 2-1. Kamshoff will serve. Henderson digs it. Yates across. And someone was in the net. Nope, it's a double hit. It's a point for the Pioneers. 3-1 Tusculum. Kamshoff back to the serve. Curls that one in. It's Hicks on the attempt there. Kamshoff for Loop. It's off the block, and it's a point for the Pioneers. 4-1 Tusculum as Loop gets his 3rd kill of the evening. Tusculum still hitting above 400 for the match. Kamshoff will serve. And he puts this one in. Scott lobs that one in and gets the kill. Jamil Scott averages 1.5 kills per match, or per set. And the serve coming here from Hicks. And it's too deep. It's a point for the Pioneers. 5-2 Tusculum. Time to crack open the old Pioneer volleyball record book. See what the record is for hitting percentage. Loop serves it. Yates sets it up. Scott gets the kill, as Miller could not come up with the dig. Since coming into the match, Jamil Scott with 3 kills. (5-3) Tusculum. Dower to serve, and it's just a little bit deep as West watches it sail out. The record for hitting percentage in any match of any length is .385 against Urbana in 2020. Which happened to be the first win in program history. Grant serves this one. That's a double hit there by Farquharson. It's a point for the Pioneers. Tusculum now leads at 7-3 here in the third set. So anything, if Tusculum finishes over 400, it'll be a school record for hitting. Grant can't get it to go over the tape. It's a point for Fort Valley State. A little more oomph and it would have rolled over that tape, but it says a service error for the Pioneers, their 8th of the match. And it's 7-4. Jamil Scott to serve. Landry steps in front of Loop. West digs it across. The attack attempt by Landry is into the net. It's a point for Fort Valley. Just the 5th attack error of the match for the Pioneers. Just the 2nd that wasn't a block. 7-5 Tusculum. And it grazes the net, and it's an ace. So Fort Valley's cut it to 7-6. Their first ace of the evening comes from Jamil Scott, his 2nd of the season. 7-6 Tusculum. This one's in play for Loop. Kampshoff for White off the block and gets the kill for the Pioneers. Jake White's 5th kill of the evening. And White will serve at 8-6. The toss and the serve is in. Yates sets it up for Farquharson off the block of Wingo, and a kill for Fort Valley. Farquharson's 6th kill of the evening. And it's 8-7. And Farquharson will serve. Loop for Kampshoff. And down the middle goes Wingo for the kill. Declan Wingo's 5th kill of the evening. Right down the middle, right between the defense of Scott and Farquharson. 9-7 Tusculum. Landry with the service. Yates with the back set, but it's a double hit. It's a point for the Pioneers. Another setting error for Yates for the match. That gives him 5. And off the tape, it's a service error for Landry. It's a point for Fort Valley State. It's 10-8. Rashawn Wright to serve. 10-8. Tusculum here in the third set. Landry for Kampshoff. Wingo puts it down for another kill for Declan Wingo. His 5th of the evening. It's 11-8 Tusculum. And Wingo will serve. Into the net, point for Fort Valley. 11-9. 10 service errors for Tusculum, 9 for Fort Valley. Fort Valley's back in the positive and hitting at 019. Tusculum still humming along at 457. Yates' serve is deep. It's a point for the Pioneers. 12-9.
Point, Pioneers. Now serving for Tusculum will be number 8,
Sean Kampshoff to serve. Off the net, played by Hicks. The attack attempt there from Dower. And the attack attempt there from Loop is met by the defense. And it's a point for Fort Valley, 12-10. Another block. 4 blocks now for the Wildcats. 4 of the 6 hitting errors for Tusculum. Kampshoff. Landry off the block gets the kill for the Pioneers. Colby Landry's 5th kill of the evening.
Now serving number 2,
Dane Loop to serve at 13-10. His serve is in. Scott off the block of Landry, unable to be played by Miller. It's a point for Fort Valley. It's 13-11. Fort Valley State University in Fort Valley, Georgia, about 6 hours from here. It's southwest of Macon. They made the trip up here, and they'll turn around, go home, and play Emmanuel tomorrow. This serve is a soft one. White still alive. Kampshoff, and it's 4 hits. That'll be a point for Fort Valley. It's 13-12. So after scoring 13 and 14 points in the first 2 sets, Fort Valley up to 12 already. Seferino Dower to serve. West for Kampshoff. And played over by Loop. That attack is a kill for Scott. Jameel Scott with another kill, his 5th in 7 attacks. And we're tied at 13 here in the 3rd set. It'll be Dower to serve. At 13 all. West. Kampshoff will go to Landry this time. It's dug out by Dower. Scott again, blocked attempt by Grant, but it's deep. And Fort Valley State has the lead here in the 3rd set at 14-13. I believe the first time tonight they've led other than 1-0. So the Pioneers will have to battle back from behind here in this 3rd set. That serve hits the tape and is out. It's going to be wide anyway. And we're locked up at 14. 11 service errors now for Fort Valley. And substitution for Tusculum, as it'll be Arthur Delanina. He'll replace Shafar Grant to serve. Delanina, the freshman out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Played in 10 sets this season. His serve is in. Scott down the tape. Kampshoff tries to dig it, but it's out. Another kill for Jameel Scott, the 6'1" freshman out of Green Acres, Florida. He's 3rd on the team in kills behind Farquharson and Hicks. Landry over the net and blocked at the net by Jake White. As Farquharson tried to go that time, and White puts it down for the solo block. His first block of the evening. We're tied at 15. Dwayne White will serve. White's serve is in play. Henderson waits for it to come down. The long attempt there by Hicks comes up empty, and Tusculum leads at 16-15. Tusculum winning half of their serves, 50%. They're winning 75% of the side outs. White, the change-up serve. At the net, it's a point for Fort Valley State. As Delanina unable to get there, tied at 16. Farquharson to serve for the Wildcats, 16 all. Landry for Kampshoff. White, too deep, point Fort Valley State at 17-16. Tusculum still hitting over 400. That's their fourth service error, or fourth hitting error of this set. Serve is in play for Loop. Kampshoff, Wingo, dug up by Farquharson. Scott, off a hand, it's a point for Fort Valley State. And they build their lead to 18-16 here in set number 4. And I thought Coach Brian Buckius was going to take a timeout here, but he is not. 18-16 Wildcats. This serve is in play for Loop. Kampshoff across to Landry, that's wide. Another point for Fort Valley, they lead at 19-16. And now Tusculum will take the timeout. 19-16 Fort Valley here in the third set. More volleyball action coming up on the Pioneer Sports Network. Tusculum trailing in the third set 19-16 as Fort Valley scored 4 straight to take the 19-16 lead. O'Shane Farquharson serving for the Wildcats as Tusculum's hitting percentage has tumbled to .352. Kampshoff for Wingo. Tipped over by Yates and he gets the kill. Point Fort Valley, it's 20-16. So Yates gets his first kill of the evening. And Fort Valley State trying to salvage a set here. Landry. Delanina sets it up. White's gonna go from the back row. He'll just free ball it across. From the corner, cross-court winner for Hicks, and it's 21-16. As Tusculum has lost their mojo here in this third set. Loop for Kampshoff. Landry this time, dug by Farquharson. Scott. Kampshoff digs it up. Set up by Delanina for Landry. Lots of blockers there. Tusculum will try it again. Landry again. Gets it through the block and off the shoulder head area of Scott. It's a point for the Pioneers. 21-17 as the Pioneers stop that run. It's 6-0. Now it'll be Colby Landry to serve. Yates sets it up for Farquharson off a block. Kampshoff. White tips it down the line and puts it down for the Pioneers. Jake White, his 6th kill of the evening, and Tusculum back within 21-18. Landry on the serve, and it's going to be an ace for Colby Landry, as Jay Henderson couldn't do anything with that serve. 5th ace of the evening for the Pioneers. For Landry, it's his first. And timeout for Fort Valley State. 21-19 Tusculum trying to rally in this third set. They lead it 2-0 on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back here at Pioneer Arena, Tusculum trying to rally. After Fort Valley State scored 6 straight, Tusculum's answered with 3 in a row. It got 21-19. Colby Landry to serve for the Pioneers. Puts that serve in. Cross court, the attack there from Hicks, and it's a point for Fort Valley State. Jackson Hicks with the kill, and it's 22-19. Rashawn Wright to serve. Loop for Kampshoff, back to Loop. Spinner is in. That's a point for the Pioneers. 22-20. Shafar Grant back in the lineup for Tusculum, replacing Arthur Delanina. 22-20, Fort Valley State here in the third. Wingo's serve. Block attempt there by Grant. It's played over. Still loose. It's a free ball. Loop. Pioneers will try it again. Kampshoff across to Loop. Puts it down for the kill for Dane Loop. Tusculum sticking with it and getting the point. It's 22-21. As Loop puts down the kill, his 5th of the match. Wingo with the serve. Floats that one in. Attack attempt by Hicks, met by the Pioneers. And a double hit for Grant, and it's a point for Fort Valley. They lead at 23-21. Justin Yates serving at 23-21 here in the third. Landry for Kampshoff to Grant off of Henderson for the kill. That was how you draw it up. As Grant gets his 7th kill of the evening, he now leads the Pioneers in kills with 7. Kampshoff to serve. This is where Tusculum wants it. He can get 3 points here. The Pioneers win it. Yates with the setup. And deep on the attack was Hicks, and it's a point for the Pioneers. A little bit deep, and we're tied at 23. Kampshoff to serve. 23 all here in the third set. And it's going to be a point for the Pioneers. Is unable to play it as Hicks, and Tusculum now has match point. I said this is where they wanted their rotation as Kampshoff serves the ace, and a timeout taken by Fort Valley State. 24-23 Tusculum. It'll be match point when we come back on the Pioneer Sports Network. Back here at Pioneer Arena, Tusculum serving for match point here. It'll be Sean Kampshoff to do the honors. Tusculum was down 23-21, and now they lead at 24-23 here in the third. Kampshoff, serve is in. Henderson, the setup by Yates. The attack is long, and the Pioneers win it. Scott went long, and Tusculum rallies for the victory. 25-23 here in the third. They win the match 3-0. Tusculum gets the victory. They are now 2-7 this season. Fort Valley takes the loss. They drop to 1-6. As the Pioneers win the third set 25-23 to take it 3-0. Final statistics in tonight's match. Tusculum hitting .381 as a team in the match, which, check our record book here, the .381 hitting percentage is just short of a school record. It's the third best in school history. but a good win for the Pioneers. 32 kills in tonight's 3 sets. Led by Shafar Grand, who had 7 kills without an error in 10 attacks. Declan Wingo, 6 kills, no errors, 9 attacks. Jake White, 6 kills, along with Colby Landry. Dane Loop had 5 kills. Sean Kampshoff with 2. Kampshoff had 25 assists. 5 different Pioneers with a service ace. Tusculum with 6 aces in the match. Diggs, Ross Miller, Sean Kampshoff, Dane Loop, and Colby Landry with 4 apiece. Tusculum had 6 blocks, with Kampshoff leading the way with 4. For Fort Valley State, they were led by Jamil Scott, 8 kills, and that final error in 12 attacks. He hit 583 in the match. O'Shane Farquharson, 6 kills, 5 errors in 20 attacks. Jackson Hicks, 6 kills, 3 for Seferino Dower, 3 for Rashawn Wright, and 1 for Justin Yates. Yates had 24 assists. Farquharson leading the way in digs with 7 for Fort Valley State, and blocks they had 4 as a team. Hicks and Dower with 2 apiece. Fort Valley State hit 085 in the match, 27 kills, 21 errors, and 71 attacks. Tusculum 32 kills, 8 errors, 63 attacks for a 381 hitting percentage. With the win, Tusculum now 2-7. They will be back in action on Tuesday night at Emmanuel for a 6 o'clock start with the Lions. The next home match will be Tuesday, March the 1st against Lincoln Memorial. It will be a 7 o'clock start here at Pioneer Arena. For highlights of tonight's match, recaps, and much more, you can visit Tusculum Pioneer.